So,
What?
but family was important to a lot of these young people. He went to serve in North Africa, in Lebanon. He was part of the 61 Tunneling Corps, which was mainly doing engineering work. So they literally built a tunnel which is about 2,000 yards long from Lebanon into Libya, which was a very key infrastructure in fighting the war. These are the pictures of them building the tunnel.
I wonder if my dad knows this. I don't think my dad
I
knows this.
doubt.
This is going to be
And
so great to just tell our father this, because maybe he just blocked it in his mind or doesn't remember or
completely
something.
blocked it. This was never mentioned. And trust and believe, I asked like a million times.
Well, there's an explanation to that. So I've spoken to at least about 20, 25 of these men that went to war. They were like in their 70s, 80s. There was a bit of shame in talking about the war because there's a lot of injustice that happened even in the war.
Jesus.
So you know what I'm about to say. So because South Africa was a very discriminative state, white and black were separate. So a lot of these young men, even when they got to North Africa, they were still discriminated. Sadly and very tragically, after all these heroic actions, when they got back home, unfortunately, apartheid was made into law. So their freedom was taken away from them. So these are young people who went to war for two reasons. First, to help serve and provide for their family, but also to fight for the freedom of the world. But when they got back, they were left to fend for themselves against a very crucial system of governance, which is apartheid.
Yeah.
So part of the reason most probably your father doesn't know about it is because your grandfather was not proud to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of shame in it, because they were taken as fools. They went to war, they were promised this, and they never got this.
Yeah.
So to show as well that your grandfather was not just an ordinary Joe, again, other than just building the tunnel, there were also other things. And I'd like to read this bit about it.
Awarded 28 days detention.
He was disciplined and put into detention for about 28 days. A lot of people that I've spoken to and I interviewed them, they say a lot of time those who were put into detention is because they were fighting injustice and discrimination, even in the war. So at the moment, all facts are pointing that your grandfather might actually have been a key fighter of injustice, even in the very difficult circumstances, like in a war. He was trying to fight for his right and the rights of his fellow soldiers. Your grandfather was my hero. The reason I made that documentary, it's because of people like your grandfather.
It's a good thing. It's an amazing thing. Please don't think that we're sad. This is like one of the missing pieces that we've missed and needed to hear for so long. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing, and we're so grateful. These are not tears of sadness. These are tears of, oh my God.
Yes.
And thank
And
you.
we're proud.
So proud.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've got a lot to be proud of and all the good deeds that your grandfather has done. He was also given these awards.
Defense Medal, British. War Medal. Africa Service Medal.
We had no idea we had war medals in the family. We've tried to go on this journey. We've tried to research. It's not like this is the first time we've ever done something like this. We've tried, and everywhere we've looked, it's just been, there's nothing. We can't help you. There's no history. That's why we have it in our own heads that there's nothing in our family. And this show has completely just flipped that on its head and been like, that's not true. Everybody does have a history. Everybody does have an important story to tell.
What we take away from this is, for our grandfather, is incredible. And I'm so glad we get to tell our dad while he's still alive what his dad did, because I don't think he knows. I don't think he would know. So that he knows that his dad was a hero. And we'll pass that on.